Today we're taking a look at Cardano's ADA Coin, performing some technical analysis and making some predictions on where we can expect to see Cardano go in the near future. Let's get into it. Welcome back into Cardano's ADA Coin chart, guys. If you'd like to buy Cardano or want some free Bitcoin, there are a couple of links down in the description of today's video. But the last time we took a look at ADA was on the 23rd of September, and we were traveling up in this nice little channel. You can see on that day we broke out of that channel, and we also broke through a major point of resistance for us, which was sitting roughly here at $1.41 US. We then quickly dropped back to that the next day, moved back into the channel. The channel managed to hold up until, unfortunately, on the 28th of December, we saw many coins unfortunately dip. ADA was not excluded from that, and we dropped back. But fortunately, the 20-day moving average saved us, and we're now sitting just above the 20-day moving average, sitting at $1.35. So all in all, we didn't cop too much of a hard drop, but it is still not ideal nonetheless. Now, the downtrend, in my opinion, has now completely ended. That is clear, especially given the fact that we have seen that this from the 9th of November is over. Now, if you take, I suppose, a bit more of a long-term view, you could say it's extending out for a significantly longer time frame, but this short-term sort of major downtrend has failed, and we have managed to break out from it. So I'm going to extend what we have here, our previous points of support and resistance, extend them out, because this is really going to act for us as a marker as to where we could be going in the near future moving forward. Now, obviously, we are currently sitting within this channel here, and I expect that the 20-day moving average, should it hold, will provide our major horizontal support. If not, we will be going back down to this $1.20 mark. Now, of course, we need to see momentum coming back. The volume is not strong at this point in time for us to continue moving and breaking out of, I suppose, now what we're in, which is a bit of a horizontal trend. We need to see a nice little uptick in the amount of people purchasing ADA Coin. It looks like we're seeing some sort of a recovery overall in the crypto space at the moment, so that could be good. As a result, our major target to breach is, of course, this $1.41, $1.42 mark, then followed by the 50-day moving average, which is now sitting at $1.48 before we can keep moving upwards. We could potentially say that we have a little bit of a uptrend which has formed in this sort of a sense, and the trend overall has changed. So I'll put this in place, because as you can see, what I think is going to occur is we're not necessarily going to dip to that $1.20 mark that we saw before. Instead, I think we're going to see a movement up towards this, I suppose, tighter point into the middle of January, and the price action is going to look a bit more like this before we eventually break in an upwards direction. Lower lows, higher highs, all that sort of thing is what we need to look for right now. Let's bring in a few more indicators. MACD, of course, we can see that it's going relatively well. The 12-day and 26-day EMA are getting close. Hopefully, though, it looks like these are, I suppose, plateauing out a bit, so we might not see a major cross of those. They're still on the bottom half of the MACD here, of course, and it looks like, we've had a nice little green period, but we haven't really seen the fruits of that. As you know, we see a green period here, we barely move in value at all, yet this red period we dropped significantly. So I think overall we are well and truly overdue for this coin to start making a move. And this pattern that we're seeing form here, the price action is indicating that we may finally be able to break out from that sort of a trend. So hopefully that is the case. RSI, bringing this one in, I don't expect it to be too high. As you can see, no, it's currently sitting at 46.78. Whilst yes, the price has been increasing, the volume hasn't been there to support it, so the RSI is not going to shoot up. This means if this pattern does manage to break out in an upwards direction, which would be ideal, we have plenty of room to move upwards. We can see the volume could come in, and that will be absolutely fine. Overall, where would I place a target for us today? Well, simply, I think the easiest thing to do is put a target right here, $1.41, $1.42, break out of that, then hit the next, I suppose, major point of horizontal resistance. Now, as we move our line in an upwards manner, we can sort of gauge where that is. It's probably only just sitting roughly up here at about, $1.54, probably about there. I'd suggest that is a major point for us. Plenty of price action has occurred there in the past. It's been a major point of resistance over here, as you can see, and it has been a key point for us historically. So overall, that is the ultimate target. Break out of this key little pattern that's formed here, this upwards sort of trending wedge, and then go for this $1.54 mark. That wraps up our analysis for today on Cardano's ADA coin. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments section below. Where do you think ADA will go in 2022? Of course, if you did enjoy today's analysis, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you want to see more of this sort of content. I'll leave it there for today, guys. I hope you have an awesome day. I'll see you next time. Cheers.